today I'm on the road to Colorado Bend State Park. Pretty excited. I've actually never been to Colorado Bend before. I try not to do too much research on parks before I go, but I did look up a little bit of the trails just because I want to kind of be prepared on what to bring. I know that there's the falls at the park, so I'm definitely going to check that out. It is currently 37 degrees outside. I don't normally hike a lot during the wintertime. I'm more of a summertime hiker. So we'll see how it goes. I stopped to get gas and it was really windy at the gas station, and I'm kind of heading out to far western hill country from where I live. So it's about 2.5 hours from my house. So I didn't leave too early today, but I'm looking forward to checking out the park, seeing what the crowd is like. Today, it's when I'm recording this, it's a Wednesday, so we'll see how many people are there camping or hiking or whatever. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, I'm all checked in here at Colorado Bend State Park. The lady at the gate was really friendly, and right off the bat, the Gorman Falls Trailhead is right after you enter, so I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out first. It's down a pretty bumpy dirt road, but there's no need for like high clearance vehicles or off-road or anything. Just driving into the trailhead, there are about 5 cars already here, so looking forward to seeing how packed this trail is, but I kind of want to just get it done and give it a look. So let's go look at the falls. Alright, so from the looks of things, it looks like this is a pretty popular mountain bike trail as well. A lot of signs at the very beginning warning everyone how much water and all the things they need to prepare while they're on this trail. So I know it's a pretty quick, intense little hike down to the falls, so we'll see how gnarly it gets. Alright, so I just took a little quick detour. I'm going to go look at the river Overlook first, and then circle back and go down towards the Gorman Falls. Just passed a few people on the trail, so there's definitely some good activity, hiker activity here at the park. Yeah, so far the trails are really well marked. They have the matching color blaze to the color on the map. And every time I think that I need one, it is right there. So that's pretty cool. I love it when the trails are marked. And I figure a place like this is pretty well hiked, so they're going to spend a little bit more time with the trail maintenance as well. So let's keep going. Alright, so the first stop was the Overlook. I'm really glad that I made that little pit stop. There is a little deck that overhangs the cliff and you can see the Colorado River just below. It looks pretty good. I'm on the hiker side of the Gorman Falls Trail. There is a separate section for mountain bikers, but this would be, just looking around, this would be pretty intense, especially coming back up. And I know a lot of this is a pretty sensitive area. I don't know if I'm just hearing wind through the leaves or the water, but I feel like I'm pretty close to the water, so I'm really excited to go see what that looks like. I hear a rush of water. Pretty excited about this. Oh, try not to fall. Even though the Gorman Falls Trail was pretty technical, it wasn't very long. So to add some miles, I'm gonna just hike some of these little loop trails that you can access from that trail, the Gorman Falls Trail. I'm on the Tinaja Trail, and it should lead me to a pretty cool rock bowl. Getting a little bit of elevation, and it's December in Texas, so the leaves are definitely changing out here at Colorado Bend, but the views are fantastic. Not super high in the sky, but still really pretty. I didn't stick around the waterfall too long. I've never actually had this happen to me, but a couple proposed right in front of me, and I felt bad because I was like, all right, I'm done taking my pictures, I'm just gonna sit down and eat my snack. And they were right in front of me. I didn't know. I didn't get like a signal to like, hey man, shoo away. So if you were that couple and you're watching this video, sorry. It didn't seem like I interrupted anything because he still went through with the proposal and got down on one knee and everything. But I was just kind of chomping on my snack, and all of a sudden, chomping on my snack, and all of a sudden he started to get down on one knee, and I was like, well, what do I do? Do I put away my snack, or do I just sit here and, you know, clap at the end? Anyways, so if you feel like there wasn't enough footage of the falls, it's water falling, and yeah. So just behind me is the Tinaja on the Tinaja Trail. It's a bedrock depression. And according to the map, it's carved by springs and seeps that just create this formation in the ground. So it has a lot of really unique plant communities and wildlife, and pretty cool. The bedrock, you can see through the trees there on the ground below, and it looks like when it's after a heavy rain, it's definitely going to be filling up with water. Also consider it a scenic overlook, so not technically one of the scenic overlooks as a point of interest on the map, but it's definitely a cool spot to just kind of take your backpack off and grab a snack or something. You know, when I walked up to that scenic overlook, I was thinking, man, for something that's should be pretty impressive, it's not signed or anything. I like when I'm pleasantly surprised when I actually find the point of interest. So this behind me, that's the bowl. So for anyone that's been here before and that watched that previous clip and are kind of chuckling, it's deserved. I get it. But this is a lot cooler. But the other thing was cool too, but it's definitely a pretty neat scenic overlook. But this is the bowl. The water is pretty stagnant, but it's chilly, so I'm not really seeing a whole lot of mosquitoes. Just a bunch of birds enjoying the little bird bath. But yeah, I'm glad that I found the actual point of interest, because I almost turned around. But this is a loop, so I'm just going to loop it all the way around and then head back to my car and then explore the other half of this park. This Tinaja Trail is definitely the most technical I've been on so far this morning, which, you know, should be expected. There is a lot of rocks where we're at, limestone and some of the other geological formations you're going to find throughout this park. So, but there's definitely a trail carved out of the rocks, is what it seems like, compared to previous trails this morning where it just looks like they're kind of more decor. I definitely feel like I'm walking through something that's been carved out. It's really pretty and it's really shaded. I can imagine though in the summertime this whole park is still pretty hot, but on the Tinaja Trail there's a lot of shade. So I keep having to zip my jacket and unzip it when I get too hot, just to kind of air out a little bit, but it definitely started to get chilly again. I'm on a bit of a decline on this trail, and it can be pretty sharp. I haven't slipped on any of the rocks, but it is definitely important to kind of keep a good pace, because it does get really sharp declines at some point. So if you don't want to do this going uphill, then do the trail counterclockwise, and then you get to deal with it on the way down and not on the way up. But you can kind of see the landscape around, how rocky it is, just sharp rock edges coming out. You can see behind me how many rocks there are everywhere. Just something to kind of just be careful while you're hiking. Still marked fairly well. A lot of trailblazes throughout that indicate where to go, so that's awesome. The end of that Tinaja Trail was no joke. That incline, I was talking about the decline, but it turns around and comes back up pretty quick. Kind of knocked the wind out of me. Anyways, so I'm at the end of the Tinaja Trail, and I'm going to jump on the Cedar Chopper Loop for just a split second before I get on the old Gorman Road Trail, and I'll take that back pretty much to where I started on the Gorman Falls Trail, and get to my car, have some lunch, and start exploring the other half of the park. This took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, so I don't know if I'm going to hike on the other end, but I'm definitely going to go explore, drive around, check it out, and go to the gift shop because I need to get my pen. On my way back to my car, but I'm going to stop off and do the Gorman Spring Trail. It's only 0.5 miles. One thing to note, there was a sign to have people keep an eye out for mountain lions, because they do live in this park, and just some of the precautions. So yeah, the spring that's here at Colorado Bend is what leads into the falls, so that's pretty cool. I actually walked over and you can see kind of where the spring water falls off of the cliff down below. Thanks for hiking with me at Colorado Bend State Park. Until next time, grab your backpack, put on your hiking shoes, and let's go on another adventure. This is the Texas Trailhead.